So with that said, we are going to talk about the upcoming fights for this weekend. And we want to start off with the latest conqueror of Canelo, and that would be your man BIVOL, who is fighting Zurdo Ramirez. So BIVOL is 20-0. He holds the IBF and the WBA.
No. BIVOL only has one belt. He should have WBA belt.
Okay, so he is currently, all right, yeah. Because hold on, because I thought that Canelo was fighting him. Oh no, that's right. Because after this fight, he will look to fight Beterbiev to kind of unify the belts out there.
He ain't fighting now.
You don't think he's gonna fight Beterbiev?
I want to see that, man. I want
them dudes. I'm sorry. BIVOL's the WBA champ.
WBA.
Yeah, WBA champ. Yeah, WBA. Excuse me.
There are people online saying that, trying to have an argument saying that BIVOL should be like pound for pound number one.
No, man. That was after the Canelo fight. Yeah. Nobody.
I do want to see the BIVOL Beterbiev fight though. I
would like. I don't think he'll run away from that fight. But them dudes. He has a fight this weekend. This fight is actually in Abu Dhabi. So if you are planning on tuning in, the undercard start at 2 p.m. and then the ring walk is at 6 p.m. But he's fighting an undefeated fighter, Zurdo Ramirez, who is 44-0 with 30 KOs. I'm looking up his box rec now. I want to see.
He looked huge against BIVOL.
Zurdo is a gigantic 175 pounder. Yeah. He was a big 168 pounder. I remember he fought Jesse Hart twice at 168. And I remember watching this thinking, like, how is this guy making 168 pounds? He looks massive at 175. Keep in mind, though, that BIVOL is a small 175 pounder.
Yeah, he's BIVOL
challenged Canelo to fight at 168. BIVOL, if you recall, BIVOL had said, "Hey, look."
He said, that was when he just wanted to do anything to get the fight. But so looking at, so he has some notable wins, but maybe these guys are a little bit long in the tooth. He beat Sullivan Barrera. Yeah, that was a good win. He knocked him out in the 4th round. He had a majority decision against Jesse Hart. So
and they ran that back, I believe, and he got a UD on the rematch.
Well, he actually got the UD first, and then he got the majority decision.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
But those are probably besides Arthur Abraham, but I mean, you fighting, and that was a way back in 2016.
Abraham was a name though. He was in that
he was a name.
He was in that super sleep tournament with Andre Ward and
super sleep
Carl Froch and all.
Yeah, that hit he put my hometown boy to sleep. You talking about?
That's right, Jermaine Taylor, right?
Jermaine Taylor, yeah, from Little Rock, Arkansas. So, with that said, do we want to go ahead and give our pundit picks for this fight? Does anybody see an upset? And I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the boxing odds for this fight.
I talked to y'all. Dave, you want to go first?
Yeah, because I got a question, man. And honestly, I can't remember seeing the guy beat. Well, I think it was a long time ago. I think I seen this cat fight, right?
Which cat?
The BIVOL's opponent,
Zurdo.
Yeah. But I got like one question before I give, because if it's who I think it is, and I honestly just didn't have time to review that cat like I normally would, but I remember I think BIVOL is a more technical fight, and what I mean by I think BIVOL delivers the more straighter punches and has more boxing acumen than this guy who I think loves this swinging wild ass hook or something like that.
He's an all action. Zurdo is a volume puncher, all action guy, front footed. Yes.
Why? Okay, I know who you're talking about. I'm gonna go with the boxing. I'm going with BIVOL. If it's the same cat that I think I'm thinking about, I'm going with BIVOL, man. All day.
With that said,
so look, we talked about some of this off air, and I'm not going to get into all the stuff that we talked about on off air. The gist of it is, BIVOL is radioactive as far as a boxing commodity is concerned. He's a Russian fighter. They're unpromotable now. He's a Russian fighter. He doesn't speak English. He doesn't have what's considered a fan-friendly style.
You don't think so?
As far as the casuals are concerned, I don't think so. I love BIVOL, right? I told y'all BIVOL was gonna beat. I told y'all BIVOL could outbox Canelo. Go ahead, Dave.
You say a lot of people are gonna beat Canelo, though. To be fair,
straightforward.
Yeah, that's true.
So you saying like off of a win versus Canelo, you don't think people be like interested and be like, oh, let me.
No, and I'm telling you, I know somebody who works over there. There's no way that BIVOL is leaving there with a belt. That's what I'm saying. We talked about this a long time ago. They ain't letting BIVOL leave that arena. He ain't leaving there with that belt.
So
and it's because of all the reasons that I just listed out. He ain't leaving there with that belt unless he knocks out Zurdo, which he ain't gonna do.
So you're saying that they went and robbed him against the Prince of Boxing, who is Canelo, but they're gonna rob him against a kind of nondescript fighter that nobody.
Well, he beat Canelo 11 rounds to 1, right? Canelo apparently is hell-bent on this rematch, is what I was told. Canelo really legitimately wants to fight this guy again. The guys at DAZN, the guys at Matchroom do not want that fight. BIVOL, like I said, is a radioactive commodity. He's Russian. They want to get out of the BIVOL business. He doesn't do anything for them. And they want to take that belt from him, is what I was told.
I think
he ain't leaving there with that belt, is what I was told. He'll have to knock him out twice to leave with that belt, is what I was told. He ain't leaving there with the belt.
You should bet money because BIVOL is a negative 375 favorite, meaning that you have to bet $375 to get back $100, and then Zurdo.
I hope that I'm wrong. I hope me and the person. I hope we're both wrong, and I hope that BIVOL goes in there and does what I know he can do because he is the better boxer and he beats Zurdo. But what I'm telling you is that they don't want BIVOL to have that belt anymore.
Well, let me finish giving the odds. So then,
go ahead.
Zurdo Ramirez is a plus 275 underdog, meaning that $100 bet will put you back $275 on there. So if we were to listen to Boston Jared, then y'all should go for the underdog. And
to be fair, if people who are listening who want to put money on this, the person I know is not a decision maker, right? He don't make decisions. Not some shot call over there, but he in there with them guys. And what I was told very specifically is that they do not want him to have that belt anymore. Zurdo represents much more of a boxing commodity. Really? He's Mexican. He's an action fighter. He is more valuable. He is perceived to be the more valuable boxing commodity than BIVOL is, who is considered radioactive right now. Not just because of his style, but because he's Russian also on top of that. It's basically what I was told.
I'm gonna go against that. I got BIVOL, I got him winning a unanimous decision, and I say that he will get his wish, which is for the undisputed clash against Beterbiev. But that's just maybe just the naive boxing fan in me who wants to kind of see all of these belts united. But that's who I am going for in my pick. The casual one. What is your pundit pick for this weekend?
Yeah, I'm going with BIVOL. I think he might not have the power to stop him, but he gonna box his eyes. So, and
then Coach Dave, did you already give your
pick?
Yeah.
He said BIVOL.
I said BIVOL. Yeah, man. Once I remember how this cat fight, man. Yeah.
So we got an upset alert according to Boston Jared. So if it's a close fight, and then these are
even remotely close, he ain't walking out of there with that belt.
You think the backlash against Russia is that strong? We'll see.
It's not like I said. It's not just that. I told y'all what I was told, and that is the feeling over there. This guy's radioactive. They don't want nothing to do with him no more. He doesn't do anything for the company as a commodity.
A guy who Canelo is actively chasing doesn't do anything.
Well, apparently.
And then if the guy Ramirez wins, Canelo always what does he always say? I don't want to fight a Mexican. I don't want to fight another, And this is not an American. This is a Mexican.
Well, they're trying to get out of the Canelo business also. Apparently,
ooh,
they're trying to get out of the Canelo business. They haven't made any money on any of his fights.
Yeah,
they lost a ton of money on that Golovkin fight. They lost money on the Bivol fight. They continue. They've lost tens of millions of dollars. Apparently, they've lost a shit ton of money, and the decision makers over at DAZN have talked to Eddie. They're getting out of the business. He's got one more fight contractually with them, and if they can avoid that fight, they will. There's no desire on their part to make a Canelo Bivol rematch. There is no desire to make a Canelo Zurdo fight. It is get this belt away from this guy who does nothing for us, is the sentiment that was conveyed to me.
This is Professor NIMS. I'm signing off for my man, Coach Dave.
Rude, man. Rude.
The Casual Ran.
Peace.
And Boston Jarrett. Keep it popping. Make sure that y'all like and subscribe. And like what you said, we're going to give you the most educated opinions on the net. All right. Peace out.